enjoy basking. Actually, initially, I find basking a bit awkward for me. Awkward because I have my own intention to bask initially. I want to bask because first I want to make my music known, see, and then I want to have more contacts with more musicians, that kind of thing. So initially I used to play along Orchard, that kind of thing, so get to know more people, that kind of thing. I was not thinking much of the money. Of course money will be there, but the thing is I don't even have a box, you know, when I started that time. So I said, why do we need a box when we bask? You know, I have that kind of mentality during those times. So you know, those baskers who are earlier than me, they said you will need a box, because otherwise you either have a box or you want to play so that you can play music freely. So actually, when I was playing guitar, you know, people shake hands with you, you know, they start contributing, that kind of thing, in appreciation, so that in the end you spend your time, you know, shaking hands, not playing guitar. So in essence, yeah, okay, I understand the concept. Then basking, that actually you need somewhere where people can just, you know, contribute. That's how it started, basking. And in fact, I leave my name cards during those days also. From time to time also I leave my name cards, and I do make a lot of friends, and we have more contacts for functions and that kind of stuff. My experience back when I was composing, a lot of funny experiences, because I start composing song when I was in Sec 3. So back then that was something like in the 1970s, early 80s, where we don't have you know, sophisticated equipment like this, like what we have here. So actually what I did was, in terms of sounds also, we have to play with sounds. I use 2 tape recorders. So I will record one guitar on 1 tape recorder, and then I play back. You know, I play back the guitar on that tape recorder, and I use another tape recorder to record. You know what I mean? Like a cross, you know, like a double, very cheap manual multi-track kind of thing. So we, you know, dub over that kind of thing. We started very basic at that time. So actually, it gives me a kind of a rough idea of what recording was all about. So we play with like guitar, and then accordions. We don't have drums in those days, so we use accordion bags as drums. And then singing was a real challenge for us. We have to sing, but now the thing is, sometimes when you lay a track, let's say a guitar, and then you put in a harmonica or accordion, and then you realize that the quality is getting worse, and then you're going to have to sing. So even at one point I went to the extent of emptying my mother's wardrobe and we put the tape recorder inside, and I actually sing inside the wardrobe, that kind of thing. So those, not really, because it's strictly for me, as far as music is concerned, music is mostly sounds, what I hear and that kind of thing. So it's only after, let's say, late, maybe in the 90s, where, you know, where computer age start to kicks in. When they start kicking in, we have a challenge of how to use the computer to actually better our music, that kind of thing. So at that time we don't have things like screen reader to assist us, and we have to have people to read to us on a screen. I remember when I bought, actually I made a lot of experiments with keyboards, not even using the computers yet. During those times we have sequences, you know, music sequences. Then I actually have to get my sister to read me the manuals, and we have to actually remember by heart what these buttons for, and we actually play with those MIDI equipments without speech, and we have to like try and error. We have to listen to the piano okay, how much of the sound, and then whatever mistakes we do is just like by listening to the piano, and when we spot the mistake, we just pause right there and delete the thing at the very moment. So actually more of hearing of what we are doing with the sounds. I was actually, after using speech nowadays, I was I didn't know how I got there, and even if now if I were to do it again, I think it's going to be quite a challenge again for me. But nowadays we have speech, so there's a lot of help. The speech will tell us we can do with more tracks. Last time with the sequences, we only do with, let's say, basically the maximum of 8 tracks, maybe 8 tracks, or maybe that's the maximum my brain can take. The 8 tracks, okay, I can remember, okay, this is maybe drum 1, I put a drum is on a track 1, piano on track 2, or bass on track 3, or whatever. So I can do up to 8 tracks, which is I think which is good enough for those days. But now with more sophisticated equipment and more sophisticated arrangements, we need a lot of tracks. So the speech is very, very important for us now. During the time when I was composing, I used to work with Ramli Sarip from Sweet Charity. Actually, my late father was working in the same company as the drummer for Sweet Charity, Mr. Raman Sabani. And then I just approached my father and said, I have songs for Sweet Charity. I'm not sure if they want it. So I just put it into at those time was cassette. So I just put it into a record into cassettes, and then he let Ramli and the rest of the members to hear, and that's how it started. And it all began when I actually, those days when I have my guitar and Casio tone, it's a Casio keyboard. I actually do the tracks, and then I just send my demos to them, and then apparently it got his attention, and the rest is history, because we just start. He was interested in 3 of my songs, and then I started from there. From there, he used to have my songs for other projects, for other productions. Things that I've seen before, but I don't think it helps in much. I remember the color of red, I remember green, how green is like, but all these things doesn't help in what I do nowadays. We have a different approach, either by smell, you listen, or your touch. Sometimes we have to trail along with your cane along drain covers. It's like in certain areas, okay, that's to give you a good guide that you are on a pavement, that kind of thing. Actually, I'm not sure if mine is the same as the rest, because I used to be able to see. Yeah, okay. So sometimes I do dream of babies, for example, and I don't know whether it's what I see or it's what I used to see. I can say that I can see baby, but this baby, is it the baby of the past, or is it the baby inside my dream? That's sometimes, which is actually a question for me also. You see, sometimes I get to dream of, let's say I'm near the sea, but the image that I see is, when I was young, I was quite near the sea. See? So it's a totally mixed up image, which I don't think it's a true image of what I see. It may be an image of the past.